Hey everybody, Neil Malik from Knack Training here, bringing you another Everyday Office video. And in today's video, I'd like to demonstrate how autofilter can be used with partial terminology in a particular column. So let's say, for example, we have these people listed for each of the different departments and offices that we've got. And we see over here on the left-hand side that we have different ID numbers. And maybe the letter X as the third character in the ID number is important to us. And we want to be able to isolate just those people who have an X in the third character. Well, if we go to the Data tab at the top of the screen, we can turn on our auto filter. But if we go to the drop-down menu for the ID number, you can see here that it just lists every single ID number listed out one at a time. Now, maybe we know that it starts with DNX. Well, if we go to text filters, we have the option for begins with. So I can choose begins with, and I can type in DNX and click OK, and it'll automatically filter it down to only those entries that start with DNX. But let's say we want to go a little bit more complex with this. I'll clear the filter from this. Let's say that some of these people's ID numbers are actually HFX. Okay, so now I don't know whether it's DNX or HFX, but I know that the third character should be the X. Now if I go to the drop-down menu and I go to text filters, I could choose that it contains the letter X, but that's a little bit dangerous because something containing the letter X, it could be literally anywhere. Let's say that I know that just the third character is what's important to me. By going to the custom filter option right down here, you'll notice that besides my ability to type in DNX, right down here in the bottom left it says if you have single characters in mind, you can use a question mark to represent single characters. So in this situation, if the third character is the X and I don't know what the first two characters are, what I would do is I'd put in that it equals question mark X, and then after the X, I don't know what it is afterwards, so then I can use an asterisk to represent any series of characters afterwards. So putting in an asterisk here gets me, it starts with two characters that I don't know about, then the letter X, and then a potentially infinite number of characters that I don't know about. I click OK. And as you can see, both DNX and HFX still show up in this list. And again, I'll clear the filter. Now, if I go over to a different data set, you'll notice that here, for example, we're never quite sure where the word highlighter might be. So here, again, we can go to the Data tab at the top of the screen, add an auto filter, and the easy way to do this would be to use the drop-down menu, go to text filters, and say that it contains the word highlighter, and click OK. As you can see, all these entries have the word highlighter in them. But again, alternatively, we can use wildcard characters when we're doing our filtering. We can use the drop-down menu here for product name, go to text filters, and say that we need a custom filter where we don't know what it begins with, so that's an asterisk, but we know that the word highlighter is in there, and we don't know what it's after the word highlighter, so we put the asterisk at the end. And that right there says that the word highlighter should be somewhere in this column, but we don't know where it'll be. We hit OK, and as you can see, it does the same thing as our contains option. So depending on the circumstances, we're going to find that either we can choose something like contains or we might need something like wildcards. Let's show another example really quick here. So right here we have the word highlighter, but then we also might be looking for the word variety. And we're not quite sure whether the word variety will always come after the word highlighter. So again, here I'll use the drop-down menu, go to text filters, and I want it to be a custom filter. So it'll begin with something I don't know, an asterisk. Then, after the asterisk, the word highlighter. Then there's the possibility there could be any number of characters after the word highlighter, but then somewhere in there the word variety will happen, and then again any number of characters after the word variety. And then I click OK, and as you can see, anything that contains both the word highlighter and the word variety shows up. Let's see that in action if we did something a little bit different. So here we're going to do highlighter version 17A variety pack. So you can see here that highlighter might be at the beginning, variety might be intermixed with a bunch of other options. Let's go back to that drop-down menu, go to text filters, and say I need a custom filter. Again, an asterisk, then the word highlighter. So there might be something before highlighter or there might not be. In this first situation, there isn't. Then after the word highlighter, I don't know what might come, so I use another asterisk. I put in the word variety, and I don't know what might happen after the word variety, so I'll put a final asterisk. Click OK, and as you can see here, highlighter variety and highlighter version 17A variety pack both get found with this custom type of filter.